beauty, her name. On YouTube she reigned, with laughter and feasts, her mouth unrestrained. She met him online, a Syrian soul, in Kuwait's golden sands. Their love took its toll. Oh, food beauty, foolish and old. Do your worst, she cried, her story unfold. Now in Syria's dust, where shadows abide, an outlawed queen with nowhere to hide.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? If you can hear me, put a 1. Yay. It's getting on. Okay. This is not going to be my normal content because on this channel, oh, Beatrix says no. Oh, but Kelly and Lassie say yes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm sorry, Beatrix. Thank you, one for all. All right. Welcome, everybody. So this is not going to be my normal content. This is not what we talk about on my channel. But I'm blown away by this. Oh, good, Beatrix. Thank you. Um, I love my chair. Yes, it's furry. It's a furry chair. Look how furry it is. Yeah, it's a very comfortable. Okay, so so this is not my normal content. But I'm fascinated that this woman has gone to the middle of a war zone. Like, even now, after covering this for a week, voicing it, it doesn't even seem like it could be real. And yet it is. So, I'm kind of invested in this right now. It is really a strange, I'm worried about her. I'm legitimately big time worried. 3 years ago, before she's from Canada. The 3 years ago, when she first started this, I found a man that I've fallen in love with. I'm going to become a convert. I know they say revert. I say convert. They're going to become a convert to Islam, and I said, be careful. Don't do this. This is you're getting involved in something that you don't really understand, and it could really harm you. It could come back and get you. And this, I think we're in the find out part. The FAFO. This is the FO, I think. But a lot of people look. This woman is she's so controversial, just normal. That she has an entire community that just talks about her. How crazy is that? So she has her own community that's all they talk about is Chantal. And it has been First of all, it's been really fun getting to know a lot of these people. You guys are awesome. The women of, well, not just women, there's men too. The people of Goral World, y'all are awesome. Um, and I'm completely mystified. Like I can't wait to get to the computer to see what she's done next. Does anybody else have that experience? Uh, Beatrix, you're not the only one that said that. But I mean, yeah, I mean, surely I would think so, Team Doocy Doo, right? I mean, her mother is in Canada. Her mom her mom is a smart woman. So why I mean, I'm sure her mom does know. It's just very sad. I've been doing the same thing. Look, we the people that are in my channel, we do true crime, y'all. For those of you that follow this whole, foodie beauty drama, we do like trials and missing kids, right? This is so far outside of like the normal stories that we follow. But man, this is, oh, look, Ennis has been watching Foodie for 8 years. So you were there for the homeless person. Right? So I am No Madness. Yeah. So I've watched a bunch of No Madness's work. I love that. I love her channel, and I watch Pulpy religiously. I watch his stuff every morning. Um, I watch Garlic Bread. Probably the way that I found this story, Goral World, is through Yaba, and so that kind of tells you how that's kind of my group. Me too, E Marie. I'm blown away. Like I'm hooked. So yeah, so that's the only reason we're doing this, and we do have trials coming up. We have Donna Adelson. Her trial will be here in a few weeks. Barry Morphew, he's got a hearing September the 2nd. So we got some stuff that's coming along that we'll be doing, but right now, wow, I'm just amazed by this story. And I find the story of Jack and Lily heartbreaking. I still watch every day to see if there's any new developments with Sebastian Rogers. I'm sorry to say that, Christopher Proudfoot remains an obnoxious psychopathic deviant, in my opinion only. Doesn't mean that he really is, but I think he's a horrible person. His behavior and the way they treat the father of a missing child is just awful. But so yeah, yes, Retha, we're totally all in on Barry Morphew. We're all in on Donna Adelson, and I think it's all. I think Wendy Adelson is on borrowed time. All right, Beatrix, she is no victim. She is the bad one for sure. But you know what, Petty Kitty? This is one of those situations. She may have met her match. You know what I mean? We How much do we talk about? Um, oh, don't you worry, Ennis. Don't you worry about that. That's fine. Sometimes I just get to typing so fast that my stuff is a mess. So don't you worry. Um, no, no, I don't think he's done anything new, Sketty Nona, but he's behind the scenes. He's very abusive to Seth in real life, and then it has trickle down, impact, and so it's a bad thing. Um, but we are gonna go ahead and we are gonna finish listening because Chantal is about to make this a vlog instead of a video. She's about to turn the camera off, probably because she wants to remove her hijab, because it's hot. All right, and she can sit there and tell us all day long, "Oh, it's so nice and cool." It's not nice and cool right now. It's July in Syria. Okay, not cool. All right. So I want to make this full screen. How do I do that? There we go. All right. So here we go. Let me make the sounds up so that y'all can hear it. Come on. All right, I'm going to increase the sound a little bit because she's kind of faint. The sound is just awful in the video because she's got this industrial fan, is what she described it as. She has this industrial fan that's just blowing 90 to nothing. And notice the outbreak on her skin. She has got so many pimples trying to bubble up. I don't think they're able to get clean because they don't have proper running water where they're at.
Hello, Victoria. Who doesn't know who Dee is? Oh, Justine is new. Are you talking about Justine? Hey, Renee, Beezus, Kelmar. You know what? It's not always how long you've been here. It's how nice you are in the short amount of time. Justine has always been super nice and supportive. You know? You do a garlic impression, people say it's good. Hey, Kelly. Oh, yeah, next time I have the energy. I've only been watching for a year. Yeah, there you go. It's okay to judge women who still in her bed. No. No, she did me a favor, so I should take her out to dinner.
Me too, Kelly. FD is
yeah, K2. Hey, Chantal, you look beautiful as always. You look so much slimmer on your face. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Tammy. That's so kind. Hey, ACP.
Wow.
Julia, you guys want to see Julia right now? Try to flip the camera without showing you any of my.
I cannot stand to look at this poor little cat.
Any rat?
That cat.
What's going on? Come see mom.
Depression.
Come see mom.
Shame on you, Foodie. You should have at least protected your little pet.
She's Muslim. Oh, that's interesting. No, but that's I need like as a Muslim, I like have to be happy.
Oh, you're happy for Dee Dee?
It's just interesting.
Really?
She misses the air conditioning? Nah.
Yes, she does, Chantal.
You think she? No.
Because your cat is smarter than you.
Oh, excuse me.
Wow, her skin
she has
awful.
White dots. Like she's not just one color.
You're talking about your cat having white dots. Look at the blackheads and the eruptions on your skin, honey. Why are you talking about the cat? Chantal, you have got to figure out how to get yourself clean because your face, it is showing the truth.
You spotted freak. Smushy face. New Balance. What? Hey, Nicole. Teardrop Nicole's here. Hey, Andre Marie. She's a dilute Tory. I know, Hoot, I'm so tired. Look at me. I can barely keep my eyes open. When I feel like I've like had 50 drinks and 500 million sleeping pills and a friggin' wheelchair, you know I'm tired. Yeah.
Now, that's really one of the first things that she said that I find to be really interesting. Something like, let's replay that because I can't remember exactly how she put it. And she does, once again, looks intoxicated, right? Her eyes look so bad compared to anything we ever saw in Q8. She does look like she is intoxicated, but listen to what she says. It's so weird.
Tory? I know, Hoot, I'm so tired. Look at me. I can barely keep my eyes open. When I feel like I've like had 50 drinks and 500 million sleeping pills and a friggin' wheelchair, you know I'm tired.
A wheelchair? What does that mean? I've had 50 drinks, 500 sleeping pills, and a wheelchair. What does that mean, Chantal? Have you considered that the so-called antidepressants that two men gave you may not actually be antidepressants, that maybe they're like benzodiazepines or worse, barbiturates? Maybe maybe you're being drugged, Chantal. I mean, is that possible?
Yeah. Justine, you're gonna keep it? Because my internet I have more data right now.
Okay, so wheelchair is the THC gummies? I've never heard marijuana be called wheelchair. Oh yeah, Petty Kitty said that too. So did Ennis. Marijuana is called wheelchair. Is that like a brand name or something? I don't know. I think I'm too old to know to know these things. We just call we just call it Mary Jane. That's all we know, or Maui Wowie, right?
I moved to Syria to be with my husband and my cat. There.
How's that working out
Actually,
for
there's
you,
like a cool
honey?
breeze today. I think it's like only 20, like 20, 21, 22, something like that. It's cool. Hey, Tiffany. I put what we had for dinner in my vlog that I have to like upload later. I'm so tired. Oh my gosh. I have some cameos to do as well because I have to do everything like that. Cameos, uploading, live streaming. I have to do that during this time from 1 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Okay, question. She said this before in another video. She talked about how she has more available space, data from 1 a.m. until 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. as compared to during the day where it's lower use, right? Um, I have a question. I mean, maybe I'm looking at this all wrong. She acts like that's so much work to do cameos. What are cameos? Are they like a 10-minute message, a 5-minute message? Do we know how long she makes them? You had Colombian and Sesamia. We had Dirtweed. We had Maui Wowie. All right. Um, we can see the books on the couch. Books meaning Islam, like okay, so thank you, Petty. Okay, so the cameos that she's doing are like 3-4 minutes, right? And let's say she has a really great day and she gets 20 cameos. I mean, I don't even think it would even be a tenth of that, but let's just be very, very liberal with this. So she gets 20 cameos. Isn't that an hour? If the cameos are 3 minutes each and she gets 20, then we're looking at like 60 minutes, like an hour, hour and a half, let's say, with breaks in between. Okay, I'm trying to be good here. So that's an hour. And then she streams for what, 2 to 3 hours? Maybe I know the other night she had one that was nearly 4 hours. Oh, this one is almost 4 hours. It's 3.5 hours. Okay, so that's 3 hours plus the 1 hour for cameos. And then when she uploads one, doesn't she just doesn't she just start the upload and then it uploads on its own? You don't have to do anything else, right? When I upload an edited video, I start the upload and then I watch a movie or I make a video or I go to sleep. It doesn't matter because it's going to go ahead and upload, process. It does it all on its own, right? It's automated if you do it through YouTube. Okay, so what's the big difficult task that she's doing? I misunderstood because I'll tell you this, when I go to work, I usually work from like 7 or 8 a.m. and then I'm not finished until 7 or 8 p.m. So that's 12 hours of work. And I usually work like, I don't know, maybe some weeks I work every single day. Some weeks I'll work like 5 days. Okay. So how is it that 3, 4, 5 hours of working, YouTubing, how is that so difficult that she looks like this? Is that weird? I just don't understand why she is going on and on and on about how weary she is and how there's so much work and she has to do all this work between 1 o'clock and 9 o'clock. But isn't that an 8-hour day? Isn't that a normal 8 hours of work? When you guys go to work, how long do you work? 9 to 5, right? Or maybe you do shift work and you work midnight to 8 a.m. 8 hours is the standard work day. I don't really understand this. Her cameos were $100 each? Good heavens. What does she have to say that's worth $100? Explain 1,000 milligrams, please. Is that like the equivalent of smoking a joint? I'm clueless on the edibles. If somebody ate 1,000 milligrams, they would come into the emergency room tripping balls. So, 1,000 milligrams would be a ton. I don't know who said something about 1,000 milligrams. Did she say that? I have a hunch Salah is pushing Foodie Beauty to do the cameos. It goes against her inherently lazy nature. You can get certain famous people to make a personal message for someone for a fee. Really famous people charge a lot for these messages. Most people do around 100 milligrams per edible. She took 1,000. Whoa. 1,000 milligrams is a wheelchair. I see the name. Okay, I get that. Jesus. No, really and truly, 1,000 milligrams. We would have a lot of people. There would be a lot of people that would be so intoxicated by 1,000 milligrams of THC that they would come to the emergency room looking for relief. That's crazy. 1,000 milligrams daily she was consuming. Well, and you know what, Fadnama? That also kind of opens up the realization why she made a decision that Syria was a good idea, right? If she's eating 1,000 milligrams of because here's the other part of that. She really was only back in Canada, wasn't it like 2 weeks? She wasn't there very long before she left again to go to Syria. So the whole time she was in Kuwait, she may have had a little bit of THC. She may have smuggled in some gummies, um, but not enough to be high every day. But if she flew back to Canada, was on 1,000 milligrams every single day for 2 weeks, her resistance would be low, so she would be bonkered, like she would be out of it. That would help to understand why she made the decision that Syria was a good idea. It kind of opens your eyes, right, to why she would think that. Before Kuwait, she ate wheelchairs daily. Good Lord. I don't either, Texas Lassie. That's actually crazy. Um, I am Fadnama. Yeah. Well, okay, let me be fair. When I say I'm new to Goro World, I originally I stumbled upon a video 3 years ago with Foodie Beauty when she first met Salah and was going to convert to Islam and all that. And I was just like blown away. I spent 10 years in Egypt and I had some work there that I'm not going to really say much about. And I was just like, oh my God, Foodie, don't do this. This is not what you want for your life. This is going to lead to bad places. Please don't do this. Obviously, she watched the video, she left some nasty comments, and then obviously went ahead and did what she wanted to do. Then I didn't watch anything for quite a long time, several years. And then I ended up uh, watching something that Yaba had. I can't even remember what it was. And that is when I got kind of caught back up in the drama. So all in all, I say I've been a regular watcher of Girl World, probably 4 months. I think for about 4 or 5 months, I've been really loyally watching Pulpy and Yaba, No Madness. I've been watching them like every day, right? So, but I knew about her before this guy ever came in the picture. So it's kind of, but yeah, but eating 1,000 milligrams, I will tell you this: most people that are using gummies, like for, like to help them sleep, that kind of thing, the gummy's like 5 milligrams, and then it's got some CBD in it. So that gives you Willie's Select. And can I explain something? I do not use THC. I do work with people that use quite a bit, but I don't even drink or anything. But when you're in Colorado, uh some of the like um convenience stores, they stock marijuana product there. And it's kind of funny because, when you're standing at the cash register at the Jug and Loaf, when you're standing at the cash register, you kind of got candy and stuff in front of you by your knees, and then the cash register. But then right to the right, there'll be a glass case and it has all their THC products. And one of the Jug and Loaves that I go into regularly, they have they have a product that's called Willie's Select. So it's all of Willie Nelson's THC products. He's got like hand lotion, he's got THC shampoo. I mean, it's kind of crazy everything there is. But he has one that's called Willie Select, and it's like a pack of cigarettes. It's pre-rolled joints, and one joint has 100 milligrams. So if that gives you kind of a yardstick, you basically, for that 1,000 milligram gummy, and I don't even know if they sell that in Colorado. I'll have to ask my daughter and her husband. I don't even know. I went to dispensary to get CBD to try. I asked for the least psychoactive thing available. The clerk looked at me like I was speaking a foreign language. Look, there's some CBD products that if you get the real CBD in the right concentration, they can be a huge help for pain, no question. But yeah, most people that I know that use THC products to help with medical things, it's only like 5 milligrams, maybe 10 milligrams. It's not a lot, The smoke they smoke now. It's not dirt weed, is it, Dale? Oh no, it's what we call medicinal grade. Yeah, couple of hits off medicinal grade, you're done, finished. All right. No, Donna, it's crazy. 1,000. I don't even want to think about 1,000 milligrams. That's scary. I live in Canada, but I'm from Washington, which has legalized that was legalized the same day as Colorado. Did Washington legalize mushrooms? Yeah, there you go, Petty. 10 milligrams. 10 milligrams, that's the norm for most people. So 1,000 milligrams, that's crazy. That is crazy. THC products are much stronger than they were 20 years ago. They're growing them for the medical grade concentration. Yeah, for sure. But you know what? I have gotten to a point. So I had patient. He had smoked quite a bit of marijuana anyway. It was normal for him to get high every day. It wasn't like anything new, and he worked a full time job, and he did great. But he bought a bag from somebody new or something. I don't remember the whole story, but anyway, to make a long story short, he ended up smoking something where someone had added in another drug, and it made him very sick, and he was in intensive care for probably, I think, 12 days. We like they really didn't think he was going to survive. It was terrible. And then I saw the other day in maybe it was Colorado Springs. They had Colorado Springs. They had something like 12 people, 12 people in like a city block area that just passed out nearly dead on the sidewalk. They got a bad batch of drugs that they brought in, and a whole bunch of people overdosed. Um, But that's one of the reasons, at least if you're buying commercial marijuana products, at least it's safe, right? It's gotten to a point now, buying weed and stuff off the street, you're not really sure now what you're getting. And with the fentanyl problem and some of the other horrible medication or drugs that they're selling, you could get a hold of something really, really bad. So I happen to be of the belief that every state should have medical marijuana or have commercial marijuana, um, just for safety, if nothing else, right? And there's a lot of people that microdosing has helped them with a lot of problems. So yeah, okay, soapbox gone. Hey, Mystic Firefly, good to see you. Yeah, she put this up last night.
Same temp as Vancouver. Hey, Aaron. Yeah, it's just like Canada weather kind of so far.
And I do have this sped up to 1.5. So she seems like she's talking and moving at a normal speed. When it is on normal speed, she is moving and talking very slow. Again, she's on something, in my opinion.
No, the data is like maybe $5 US a week. It's not bad. It's the time that's available. I have data during the day. I can browse like unlimited and watch like videos and stuff, but I can't upload a video. I can't because it will take all the data. You want a cameo? Iris, come on. You need to dump him. Oh no, I shouldn't say that if he's a fan.
She's literally telling a woman to dump a man, but she followed a man to a war zone. What's wrong with this picture? Now she's on normal speed.
Do you know what? I got a cameo once, Iris, and it was a boyfriend who said that his girlfriend, he was like upset because she was always watching me and it was cutting into their time. Hey, scene.
I don't think I believe that story.
We cannot tour the apartment because it's probably not wise. Molly and Liam. Hello, Molly and Liam.
Why is it not wise to look at your apartment, girl?
Halloween stuff out already. Don't forget to like the stream. Thank you. No way the fan noise. I have my microphone on.
Well, we can hear the fan, girl.
How?
Because you got it
Hey, Sid.
jammed up to 300 miles an hour.
The living room? I have to clean it. There's stuff all over the couch over there. And I don't know if it's anything that I should show you. And I can't see from over here.
Let's work through this minute, shall we? I don't know if it's anything you shouldn't see. Does that translate to I have secrets or Salah has secrets? What kind of secrets could they have? They're in the middle of a war zone. They own nothing. What is she hiding? Anybody want to guess? Like, I literally don't know. Probably a mess with drugs everywhere. There's one chat. I wouldn't show my home either on cam. Oh God, Kellyo, let's don't think about that. Let's don't think about that. A pew pew or rug. Yes. Thank you, butterflies. Yeah, I know what you meant. Top secret dogma. Wink, wink. Who they are paying for safety. Ooh, good. That is a great guess. Okay, guns, weapons, or rugs. Yep, yep. Okay, we're kind of all on the same wavelengths here. I think Sala is part of some kind of militia or organization or something, if you know what I mean. Winkety wink. How about glass pipe, Dale? I I actually have a little clip that he's clearly smoking, right? You must have heard that too. She said she looks sad, she looks upset, and then she says, "It smells like burning rubber." And then if you listen, she puts her little bottom lip out like she's sad, and then you can hear him start coughing. He's clearly smoking what? Captagon? Is he crushing up Captagon? Can you smoke Captagon? I don't have the answers to these questions, but I do know you can smoke opium in the form of hashish, right? So apparently the Syrian freedom fighters, the military, if you will, in the world of Al Qaeda is president. Um, they would make 8 balls, right? And they would use Captagon with opium or heroin, and that would be their 8 ball. Now, not Captagon. Captagon has a long history. It was originally an actual prescription drug. I don't know how much you guys know about the stuff. It was originally an actual prescription type drug. It was prescribed by doctors. It was sold as a synthetic neurostimulant that they called phenethylene. Was developed in Germany like 1960s, and it was used to treat ADHD, narcolepsy, and weight loss, obesity. That's another reason that I think that maybe Salah is giving her Captagon is because it is a treatment for obesity, right? And so they they put it out commercially, but they kept really, really working to make it more and more concentrated. Um, they wanted to give it to people to increase their activity level. Then they started using it as an antidepressant. Oh, now what were we told? No, no, no antidepressants in Syria. We don't sell them. And then magically Salah comes and says, "Look, look, I have your brain pills. We found your exact antidepressants." I think he's dosing her with Captagon. And what ends up happening with a stimulant, you stay really, really activated when you're using it during the day, and then when it goes out of your system, you just crash and you look like hell, right? So I think she's using something at night to get sleepy, and she's using the Captagon or a stimulant during the day. Now the stimulant Captagon by that name, what they had in the 1960s, that is not what's being passed around the military troops in Syria and the jihadists and stuff. That theirs is more akin to like meth. So they do have chemists over there that are mixing the stuff up, but they're adding a lot of stuff to it. They can't get good clean psychoactive basics, and they're making a real mess with this stuff. All of the troops are addicted to the crap. Most of them are using opiate as well, or benzodiazepines, to take the edge off of the Captagon. And then that results in, of course, polysubstance addiction, severe levels of addiction, which is common with polysubstance use. And then they're getting the soldiers over there are getting really serious side effects. They're getting damage to their hearts, to their cardiovascular system, nervous system disorders, and severe digestive disorders. And so the United States has actually banned Captagon because it is so potent, as Germany made it. Like Germany wanted it to be potent, right? And then it has now Syria was the one country with the greatest amount of production of Captagon. and it has now become one of the most often traded drugs in the illegal drug trade globally. It is listed by the World Health Organization as an actual threat to global security and can affect regional stability. And I mean, that makes perfectly good sense, right? You take a bunch of 20-year-old men, young men, who have been sort of raised up in a religious boilermaker, and they have a great deal of emotional fervor within them, that they want to fight for their religion, they want to fight for Allah, they want all these great things that the clerics promise them. And then we add meth on top of that. And then you have people running through the desert committing genocide against another group of religious people. Or actually, they're more agnostic people. So, again, to be very clear, what they're making now, especially since there's been so many sanctions and stuff, they're using high levels of caffeine, they're adding hallucinogenics, they're adding cleaning chemical compounds to the amphetamine. They're able to get very little amphetamine, but then they add all this other stuff to it. They have the old pill presses that have the Captagon sign on it, logo, and so they're putting out tablets that look like the original Captagon, but in no way is the composition actually Captagon. And it is more like meth in pill form, and far, far, far more dangerous than the original amphetamine that they cut up and add to. Captagon breaks down into two main substances: amphetamine and theophylline. Both of these are stimulants to the central nervous system, um, and it will spike dopamine, noradrenaline, and a little bit of serotonin. It doesn't spike serotonin as much as, say, THC would even, but the dopamine high, the noradrenaline high, you get people that are having intense feelings of pleasure and happiness. Put a one in the chat if you remember the maniacal laughing and Foodie Beauty trying to laugh and sound like Salah, and the staying awake for hours in the middle of the night, just laughing and acting so childlike and like silly little preteens. If you remember that, put a one. Put a one. Isn't that what they found on those who did October 7th? Yes, Daisy Joe. Hey, big pretty bitch. How are you? Donna Burns, pet nanny Nancy. Good to see you. I love your thumbnail. That is a sweetheart little dog. Yeah. So there we go, right? We can see the reality of what we were witnessing that night. Spiked dopamine, responsible for intense feelings of pleasure and happiness. Noradrenaline, which is a state of readiness. And then a little bit of serotonin that goes up. You get that. Now, no doubt that night, Salah was on it. Like it was like crazy to listen to him. Foodie looked like maybe she was coming down off of it. She, to me, looked like she was crashing. And I think there was a moment where he might have offered some to her and she kind of waved him off. But you can definitely see her face. She looks sad. She says it smells like burnt rubber. And then she sticks her bottom lip out like she is sad. And then you hear him sort of cough. And then a little while later, the maniacal laughter starts all over again. With continued use of Captagon, which is what we're looking at, if that is what Salah is using, the brain will rely on these super high levels of dopamine and noradrenaline, and that then means that when they're not using the drug, then their cell synapses are then depleted of their dopamine and noradrenaline, And so then the person experiences a severe depression and lethargy. Severe depression and lethargy. And Chantal, you have to be very careful when someone is in that state because they will react with anger. You've got to be careful. Neurotransmitter receptors become damaged by the repeated use and the overstimulation of the amphetamine addiction. And this will cause permanent loss of the ability to feel normal, Foodie. You will not be able to feel happiness. You will lose your ability for concentration. Your memory will be shot. It'll be like you have early dementia. There will be a notable deterioration of your mental and cognitive faculties. So, often people that reach this level of neurological damage, they will also have, in addition to the loss of just having good memory, being able to concentrate, to work out problems. In addition to that, the damage can be so complete that they will begin to have audio and visual hallucinations, severe paranoia, and here it is, Foodie, unprovoked aggression and violent behavior. That is why some of these fighters just berserk out. They just lose it and just kill everything in sight. So this is not like, a little ADHD medicine. This has been banned in the United States because it is so potent. If this is what you guys are doing, I really hope that you'll rethink that and pull back from even allowing that to be used in your house. You could be drugging Julia the cat. So reconsider, please reconsider if that is in fact what you're using.
The fan is fine. What about now? Wait, maybe if I do this. I want to have shisha. Hey, Angela! Okay, what about now? Can you still hear it? Audio is fine. C.
So Big Pretty Bitch
No
said,
tour.
worth noting the
No,
maniacal
maybe
laughter
someday.
predates Syria.
I don't know.
It does predate Syria, but let me ask you this question, and I want just total honesty, right? Doesn't it seem like that night? I don't mean since they've been in Syria. I mean just the other night, okay? When the whole Nina and Tracy TX, when all that happened, right? Didn't it seem like the laughter was above what anything we'd ever heard before? Or maybe I just missed it. I know he always had that weird bombastic laugh. Like I know that, but it just seemed like to me it was far more intense, happened a lot more, and it was weird that she was kind of mirroring that laugh. You know what I mean? What did y'all think? Did y'all think it was kind of seemed to be pronounced? Okay, so Texas Lassie thought so. He was like that a few times in Kuwait too. Okay, well, I mean, maybe, and I totally believe you because I just didn't watch it that much when they were still in Kuwait. I definitely believe he was off his box the other night. He was probably taking it back in Kuwait, but it seemed very forced and weird the other night. Thank you. I mean, that's what I thought. It just sounded was something about it. Like previously, the laugh was funny, like it was different, right? It was kind of obnoxious even. But the other night, the word maniacal actually is really accurate. It got really weird for a while there. I've not heard him laugh that way before. He's sabotaging her channel. I mean, I think so, butterflies. It looks like it to me. Was it? Oh, maybe it was sadistic. Oh, a butterfly, maybe. Sadistic laughing. You think he was trolling when he was doing that, wasn't he? Maybe he was enjoying hurting her friend. And it was mocking, very mocking. It was particularly menacing when he leaned in and whispered, "Don't worry, baby." Yeah, that was weird. Very menacing. Sadistic. He wouldn't cease. He was showing his dominance. As soon as Chantal mimicked him, his response was to say she looked fat. I heard that bespoke. Okay, so it all together, we over the top, sinister, kind of weird laughing, and he did seem to be enjoying that he was hurting other people in her chat. Okay, yeah, I agree.
I showed you my kitchen. That's the most important area. And the little squat toilet.
What? So why is that? Look how high she is, y'all. Look at her. That's so sad. Um, why is the kitchen the most important thing, Foodie? None of your appliances work. So, what exactly is happening in the kitchen? The kitchen is no different than the living room, except you've got a couple of appliances that don't work. It's laughable that you somehow are trying to normalize this. And it's disturbing that you would use drugs to this level that you can't think to keep yourself safe. I mean, it's really worse than what you're doing.
This is probably the most interesting room in the house. Oh, okay. So, yeah. So, deal with it. I'm just joking. Whoops. Trixie, member for 23 months. Hello, you crazy woman. Hope you're well. Thank you, Trixie. Ready, set, rebees. 23 months. Wow. That's crazy. That's a long time. Thank you.
There's a lot of opium and hash in Syria. A lot. Why can't we hear her?
Yeah, he was muted. Sorry. Cleo! Thank you, Cleo. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, the minute the fan goes off, I give it about a minute, literally a minute, and I start feeling beads of sweat. I have friggin' like heat rash on my side here. I don't know why. Probably from.
Okay, so that is probably not heat rash. My guess is that is a yeast infection. Um, it's actually probably a yeast infection, Chantal. Um, so the heat, all right, the heat with the high blood sugar level, the dampness of you sweating, that has made your skin like a petri dish for growing a yeast infection. And yeast infections are often um, also accompanied by opportunistic bacterial infections, right? So the main culprit is going to be something like Candida albicans, and really it's pretty easy to get rid of it if you just go and buy like the kind of medication that you would take for a female yeast infection. You can take that and just rub it on your skin where the redness and itching is, and do that for a few days, and then that'll go away. But if you don't start getting your blood sugar down and get that under control, and taking regular baths and wearing clean clothing, it's just going to keep coming back. And if you get it like in the folds of your skin, like under your boobs or under your belly, you're going to have a really, really, really hard time getting rid of it. And it will end up actually becoming even like bloody and raw. That yeast will eat like the top of your skin off. So, because diabetes weakens your immune system in the best of circumstances, Chantal, you're not treating your diabetes, right? You're not using insulin, you're not testing your blood, you're not eating the proper diet. Your body is telling you that you're in trouble. Your body is trying to speak to you and say, "Hey, um you have way more sugar in your body. We can't clear it, and so now it's coming from the skin, from the pores of the skin, and you are now having yeast infections on your actual skin because of the sweating, the sugar, and then the dirty not getting it clean." So the other thing that you really run a risk of once you get that yeast infection, though, is a secondary opportunistic bacterial infection. So, yeah, just you can buy the medication that's for the female yeast infection and rub on there, and that will make it go away. But man, you've got to get to a doctor about your diabetes. You've got to do that. You have to do that. You're gonna, I mean, what are you gonna do if you lose your eyesight, Chantal? There's so many terrible things that can happen with untreated diabetes. You are a valuable human being, and you should take care of yourself because people love you. Shmi loves you. You've got people in your channel that love you and they care about you.
Sweating. Ugh. Oh well. You just get used to it. Like I don't know. But the fan has to be on all the time.
That's the active
Oh
ingredient,
yeah, Angela, you do
Chantal.
get an arm wiggle. Where
Cortisol
do
is
you
what
say bees, Angela? Welcome to Very
makes
Important
you
Beezers.
smell bad.
I am very sleepy, Tammy. I was sleepy at 11 and I forced myself somehow to stay awake.
Lady of
Aaron,
Angel.
thank you, Aaron, for the super sticker. Thank you.
That's
Oh, I
right.
don't know, Miss Sickums. I'd have to think, and I can't think right now.
Why can't you think, honey?
Diaper
Stop
rash
taking whatever
cream.
he's giving you. They're not antidepressants.
Wing wave. I know. We skin. Hey, Tracy. Hey, Tracy. Yeah, I get adequate time with Pappy, but, you know,
That was kind of interesting, wasn't it? What
things,
was
you
that?
know. I get adequate. Tracy. Hey, Tracy. Yeah, I get adequate time with Pappy, but,
What was that, people? Let's take a look. Let's slow her down and look for some micro expressions. Should we? All right, I want everybody to take a guess what this means.
yeah, I get adequate time with Pappy, but,
What was that? What do you think? You think he's stopping her from using her machine?
Pappy, but,
What do y'all think? Very strange. Disgust? I mean, Critter, I actually think that she's furious with him. You know what, Petty Kitty? The other day, butterflies came in, and my brain, I immediately went into that song. I think it's a great name, absolutely great. But yeah, she's mad at him. There's trouble in paradise, people. I'm convinced of it. Watching this, looking at the micro expressions, she's sending us a message. She is not happy with him. Look at that look. Look at that.
Uh, you know.
Yeah. Wow. Why are you doing this, girl? Refuse
Thanks,
to look.
Yeti. No more Tisha, you're not. Maybe switch it up and do cameos one night in the live stream. Yeah, but they're time sensitive. That's the problem. My husband was trying to tell me a joke today. It took him 3 times to say it the right way. And then it turned out it wasn't even funny. Oh my gosh, I love these husband roasts. I live for them. Don't you hate? Then you have to fake laugh, or do you just roll your eyes and like just? Do you actually like just like? Do you ever feel like you have to laugh at jokes? Like
No,
if you don't laugh, it's like so. I feel embarrassed like for the other person.
no. I've never felt that,
I'm
Chantal.
checking my top fans. This thing is such BS. Okay, let's see. Because you're all top fans. Cleo's number one. Susie, Q, and then Teardrop. Aaron, how's it going? Thank you, Aaron. It's going good, mate.
Thank, thank you, Lady of Angels, for being a
Thank you
member
so
for
much.
5 months.
I'm not fake laughing. I
Thank
told
you so much.
him. He
I think so too, Net
seriously
Detective.
makes me crack up. His laugh is.
And look at this. She's losing her signal. Butterflies
I know, fake laughing, but we all have to do it sometimes, I think, to save face. Oh boy, Booty. Jerry, oh no, Jerry's passed away. What talk shows are still around anyway? Are there any? What talk shows are still around anyway? Are there any? Doesn't Drew Barrymore have one? I don't know why that annoys me. Thank you,
Yeah, I
Sharpie.
agree,
He's
Wildflower.
cheeky.
It's hard to understand.
No, it's fuzzy? That can't be. That can't be. You know why it can't be? Because I waited all freaking day to use this internet. And now it's gonna be like that. Hey,
There's a
pumpkin
war.
pie. Are you pumpy?
There's a
Yes, you're
war
pumpy.
happening, Chantal. Try to remember that, honey.
When hubby says this funny joke, I just move my eye side to side, say I'm getting a coffee. I don't have cable, so I'm not sure. Yeah, same here. The Pete's Marie show. Who did TMI? Nicole, 2 months using this to tell you your beezers love you. Thank you, Nicole. British bees. And I love my beezers.
I don't think
It's
you
better now,
will
Jen Joy. Okay.
because you don't
The
feel.
internet works during the day, but only for like browsing and stuff. I don't have enough gigabytes during the day to do anything other than browse and look up stuff.
What are you doing with your life? Is what I want to know. Let's think about this because there's some beezers in here. So, okay, so she used to love to watch movies, right? In Kuwait, she watched lots of movies. She can't watch movies. Well, I guess she can on her phone, right? But they don't have a television. So if she watches some, it's going to be on her little telephone. She used to get in the car and drive herself around and go live. She can't do that anymore. She used to go to the park and go feed the stray cats. That's over. She used to go to restaurants. Gone. She used to get takeout food. Not happening. What's she doing all day? Right? What is she going to do? I feel really sorry for her. She had said to pay for extra data. Isn't she doing that anymore? Yeah, but I just think it's just bad connection. I mean, it's interesting. What are they doing? What are they doing? They can't get out because the war that's happening. I It's unbelievable to me. And he's forcing her to stay up all night and do these
Thank you,
lives.
Teardrop. Kind of better, not really. Ugh, it's so annoying. Maybe if I move over there. Only man you can stand. It's blurry. Beauty bites.
There's nothing to eat.
There's no unlimited. No. Ah, well. What can you do? Nothing.
Go home. Let's go home.
Okay, I think I'm going to turn off my camera. Will you guys mind?
Why don't you go back to
Just who
civilization?
cares about looking at my mug anyways?
Why
I
don't
just
you
want to
go
get
away from the
comfortable.
war? I mean, what if you get mistaken for a Druze
True
woman?
triumph.
Then what happens?
But only if they're on the list, no? Hey, Shauna. I'm good. How are you? Call me after 9. It's better. Go ahead. Turn it off. Podcast bees? That's what it's called. Yeah. No. Go for it. Since I moved into the villa, you want to see me, dollies? Use. The friggin' power better not go out.
Nothing. She says nothing of interest.
I'm just like I'm so tired. Yes. Just not a black screen. My picture's on it. I don't want to get comfy too. What should I have to drink? This is not.
Who thinks that her channel is going to be able to continue like this?
I know I need new clothes, but I just don't feel like searching right now because I don't know, like there's no Torrid or Pennington, so it's harder to look for. I'm so tired. You know what I mean?
Nobody knows what you need.
No.
Nobody
Torrid does not deliver
understands anything
Syria.
that you're doing. Nobody
I need a
understands.
coffee.
This is the
Ugh,
most
I don't feel
absurd
like doing
thing
it. I don't feel
anyone's
like
ever seen in
making
their life.
coffee. Maybe a Nescafe would be good. Well, yeah, I could make Nescafe on the burner thing. Ugh. I don't feel like it. I'm so tired. That's why. I know I keep saying that, but I'll sleep in a bit. I have to force myself. I have to force myself to get used to this time. Hate the heat. Yes. The heat sucks, eh? Is it hot there? The water power? Hey, Pam.
Crypt America.
Oh, yeah, pumpkin pie.
so hard to get through because
Could have been another
said
for electricity.
nothing of interest.
I don't have
Yeah.
any plans right now, but you never know. Go back home, you can shop everything. I want a hot chocolate with marshmallows. Hey, Saber, that sounds good. Iced coffee. That's true. You can make ice in the freezer, yeah. A
Exactly,
DIY pool.
Cherokee.
I'm about to make homemade French bread pizzas. Yum.
Cherokee, it just is speaking truth. How many times was she live in the middle of the night, going all the way through to the sunrise? Remember that? And she never looked like this. Never. What's the real story, cutie? This is not, oh, I've got to go live and work between 1 and 9. There's something else, and it's not healthy. And we know there's something else because you're refusing to show other parts of your apartment, saying, oh, it's not safe. There's there's no way to look outside, cutie. You don't have any windows. The one single window you had, you covered it up with fabric. So what exactly are you hiding? This is so bad. And let me ask y'all this. How many of you think that people are going to continue to come back and watch her stream with the way this is? Sleeping butterflies. That poor cat only sleeps. I've never seen it play, not since getting back there.
93.
And I don't know how to
Pumpkin.
watch
Oh, they're
all
coming out with
day.
the pumpkin stuff right now. I love
Look at
it.
this.
Hey,
3.5
Pajammy.
hours of this nonsense.
Why did I put makeup on? I just have to take it off. I'm probably not gonna. When I wash my face tomorrow.
You better
Um,
watch it now. Looks terrible.
going to Starbucks. Yeah, I could go for like an iced latte. I don't know where I could find one here, but probably can't. That's okay, whatever. What am I gonna cook? Hey, love. Yeah, we're doing
Uh-oh,
our
she looks
best right
mad.
now. 2 a.m. in Iraq. Yeah, I probably won't. I won't wash my makeup off tonight. I'm too sleepy. I'm like hanging on for dear life here, not to fall asleep right now.
Then go to sleep.
Should I make
Aren't you an
Nescafe?
independent woman?
Western Foodies. No McDonald's, no Starbucks. Hey, Arparan. But they do have Nescafe. I need a water bottle. In my younger years, I never took my makeup off before bed. I know, right? Doesn't it melt into your pillow? Like, I never have dirty pillow from my makeup, no. I mean, I have before, but lately, no. Hey, Tequila. Make her a bit of coffee. Hey, Nina. Did you just get here? I said sorry earlier for my reaction yesterday. It was because I was trying to think, because you put me on the spot, because I was like, did I promise anyone modding before Nina? But we're all good.
That's not why you did it.
Hey, Miller. Wow, Secret Sugar Mama. That sounds amazing. Thank you, Kaima. Did I say that right? I don't usually do makeup live, but you know. Have you watched 1,000 Pound Roomies? No. I don't want to be mean when I say this, but I can't get into. I tried watching a couple episodes at my mom's because she has cable, and I couldn't get into their personalities. Like they just were.
All right. I want to point something out here, okay? We are at 33 minutes here into the stream, and this stream ran 3 hours and 33 minutes. We've got 3 hours to go. Now, I ask you, does this seem like Chinese water torture? How in the world do you get through 3 hours of her saying nothing? I'm I'm done with this stream. I can't even listen to this. But I will say this: Gorlick Bread does, a like a review, a synopsis of all her videos. He doesn't show clips; he just tells what she talked about. So I haven't watched it yet for today. So that's probably what I'm going to do is just go over there and listen and see, what they have to say. But I can't watch anymore. This is the most boring thing I've ever seen. If you agree that this is so boring, it's painful, put a 1. I'm just curious. I think you have to be on wheelchairs to smuggle yourself into a suicide zone. Yes, Star Child. Now that I know that she was using 1,000 milligrams of THC, now I can understand why she said, "Hey, I think going to Syria is a great idea." Now I get it. She is a sweaty, hot mess. KJ, she has a skin infection now. But it's yeah. Look, she said, but it's interesting because I'm waiting on a bomb to go. Look, some of the videos you can hear the explosions. I haven't heard one on this one, and I'm going to be really honest with you. This is not even worth watching for me. I don't see anything interesting here. I just see a woman who has made some very, very poor decisions, and she is now in an abusive relationship, and she's stuck in a war zone. She didn't even tell when her country said to her, do not go to Syria. When the Canadian government said, do not go to Syria, she said, I don't care what you're saying. I'm going to Syria because I know more than you do because you guys have been affected by Western media. And Syria is a mecca. Syria is a beautiful oasis of lovely, fragrant flowers and large, lovely palm trees. And I'm going to lay in the beautiful sugar like sand with my handsomest man. And we are going to live our best life in paradise. And then she got out of the taxi and said, holy shit, what did I do to my life? But now she's there, and there ain't no way Salah's going to let her go anywhere. There's one condition that Salah would let her leave. Do y'all know what it is? Thank you, Cherokee. Aren't you nice? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Whew, I'm going to tell you something, Cherokee girl. This is so boring. This video is so boring. Yeah, it is the fact that a person has the ability to create such a delusional state that they can put themselves in exactly the situation she's in and convince themselves that all is well. It is mind boggling. Like I saw her kitchen. Nothing works. The stove is not a stove. It does not work. You know that old song, "A chair is just a chair if you don't have love." Remember that? A stove is not a stove if you can't turn it on and cook something. Okay, that's just the reality. And your refrigerator is not a refrigerator if you have to turn it off. None of this is real, cutie. And it doesn't matter what you say to justify this to your Beezers. The Beezers know this is Beezer shit. This is not bullshit. That's not horse shit. This Beezer shit. Okay, this is the most ludicrous thing to see. Here, this is the reality. Okay, without all the delusional nonsense that Westerners are crazy, they don't know that they've been destroyed by luxury and Amazon and healthy food, and we don't know reality, but she does. And the men with the cute little machine guns are very fine, sweet, upstanding citizens. They're so nice, and they're Salah's friends, and all is well for Cutie. That's her delusion. as her husband cheats with another woman in front of her face and then makes her apologize to the affair partner live in front of the Beezer community. I'm so sorry, Nina. I'm sorry the way that I acted. I was just thinking maybe I had promised it to someone else. I'm sorry. You are falling right in line, Salah. You are going to be wife number 2. And then there'll be a wife 3. And then there'll be a wife 4. And when he gets ready for a 5, wife 1 will tragically disappear. But that's okay because you'll be old. And wife number 4 or 5 will be very young. Oh, and the to think about the number of years that she's had her channel and has developed a loving, loyal community, and this crazy man is destroying her community. And Mississippi Mud Pie is stating facts here. The reality is, in girl world, this woman has abused animals. She has filed false police reports. She lied about cancer. She had sex with a homeless person. That she has done some things that are fair that most of us would never accept, right? Most of us would just not accept it for civilized society. And so there are a lot of people that have been hurt by her that will say this is the karma bus. That that she's been waiting for a long time to get the benefits of the way that the things that she's put out in the world. I'm new to girl world. I'm not I didn't go through watching her mistreat all these animals, but I can't I'm telling you what she's living right now. I don't know that anybody this is real rough stuff. And the fact that she works so hard. Oh, yeah, absolutely, Paul. The fact that she would work so hard to tell the Beezers that everything is great, there's no trouble, and for them not to worry about her, and yet we see reality. We see the reality, don't we? Does this look like a woman who's healthy? She can't even take a proper bath to get her skin and the skin folds good and clean. She is 400 or 500 pound lady, right? She really needs to make sure that under the folds that all of that is kept clean and sterile. She could get, you talk about gangrene. You think her foot getting gangrene from the diabetes is the problem? Oh, no. The folds around, like her middle section, she can get staph infection in there that will be sufficient to kill her. And my little dementia dog is about to bark and she has no idea why she's barking. Hey, quit, Kitty, stop. No, there's nothing there. Kitty, come here. Kitty, Bill, can you call her? She doesn't know what she's barking at. She's barking and like literally turning in circles barking. You're okay, Kitty. You're all right. Her. She wanted a treat. Sorry about that. Let's see if she comes back in here. No, she's going to stay with her dad. Her dad is in the kitchen cooking chili, and I think the little dog decided it smelled good and needed a snack. Yeah, she's still barking. I've been watching for 5 years. She's done some bad things. The people that despise Chantal have good reason for how they feel. Yeah, thank you for saying that, Team Psych Ward. Like I said, this lady has an entire like like an entire arena universe of foodie beauty. It's like the foodie beauty universe, and it has its own long time history. It's got multiple layers of all these people that overlap with her. It's really quite remarkable that one person can generate this much interest in one person, or disdain, or shock. Like, she is this a complicated, yeah, disdain. KJ and I said at the same time, her disdain for the West is bizarre considering she's the epitome of overabundance, right? The epitome of overabundance. There's not enough food in the world to make her satisfied. There's not enough THC in the world to make her intoxicated. She used to just, she used to buy so much like clothes and things from Amazon that she built what she called, what was it called? Box Mountain? I think that's what she called it. Box Mountain. She didn't throw these Amazon boxes out. She just let them pile up higher and higher and higher and higher. It was the craziest thing you've ever seen. She'd buy something like from Torrid or Pennington. She'd buy it, she'd do a try on, and then it'd just never be seen again. Why is she barking at me, you think? It's kind of, do you think she wants up on the chair? Okay. Sorry about that. That was my little dog. In a pile. Cute name. So sorry about your sister. Was it a romance scam? Oh, you must be talking. You're talking to somebody else. The loss of your sister. Oh, thank you so much, T, please. Yep, we're having some Piddlin' Bill chili. Oh my God, dogs in a pile. What? So you were actually a part of the Beezer community. Is that right? So dogs in a pile said I was a paying member. She blocked me when I told her in a private message that my sister had taken her life. Gosh, I am so sorry. I mean, I'm sorry about your sister. I'm just so sorry. But then to block you as a paying member? Golly. Yeah, girl. She really showed me, didn't she? I'm sitting here going, my little dog, it has dementia. And she's like, no, lady, I'm barking because you're dumb. So funny. All right. Yeah, I'm so sorry, dogs in a pile. That's, you didn't deserve to be treated that way. Not at all. Not at all. Yeah, everybody's really sorry that that happened. Really sorry. I mean, sincerely, how hard is it to be kind to someone that's grieving? This is why she's gone to the other extreme. She is like no face in spirited away. Her appetite is insatiable. But look, KJ, you're a wise person, right? We, what's she doing right now? When you know people and our habits and the things that we do that make us feel safe, or the things, sometimes the things we collect, the things we have make us feel safe. What is this woman doing? She's she's gone from really and truly living in luxury by world standards. She's been living in luxury. An apartment, a seaside apartment. Let's be real. Okay, maybe it didn't have like gold gilded, molding. I'm fine with that. but it was definitely luxurious. You could see the entryway to the apartment, the humongous glass, entryway. No, she was living in luxury. She had an apartment building in Kuwait that had a little gym, it had a swimming pool. She could get any manner of nutritious, delicious food delivered right to her fingertips. She was living in luxury by anyone's standards, okay? Um she could sit and look at the ocean all day. Look, that is one of the most beautiful oceans in the world. The beaches there are incredible. How do you go from that life of excess and pleasure, no struggle, right? You can beautiful clothes. Okay, how do you go from that to living in a place where you can't get a bath? The most basic of things, a bath. And you know what no one's talked about, that like, for in my channel, I know this has kind of been brought up in like Yaba's channel and such. Do We've not even talked about, what does she do about her sheets? How do you wash your sheets if there's literally a trickle of water? I don't know. I don't get that. What do? You just throw the old sheets away when they're too dirty to sleep on, and then you buy a new set of sheets? I'm mystified. Like, maybe maybe they don't even have a bed. Maybe they're literally sleeping on one of those sofas. She doesn't have the food, like her comfort food, the things that she would eat that would cause her to be relaxed. She doesn't really have access to that so much, right? All the food that we saw, like in the Damascus stores, heavy carbohydrate, lots of sugar, lots of carbohydrates, very little meat unless you go to a restaurant where they have been storing the meat. Like Chantal in Salah, they can't buy meat because they don't have any place to keep it cold. So there's no germs on it. So if they're not going out to eat, especially now with the war, if they're not going out to eat, she's not eating anything but sugar. You say, no, no, she's eating carbs. Yeah, but that metabolizes to sugar, doesn't it? So how is it? I have seen women go batshit crazy because they got bariatric surgery. They didn't prepare ahead of time, develop new coping skills. Their primary coping skill was food. And then they get bariatric surgery and they can't eat and they lose it. They develop terrible depression, terrible anxiety, panic attacks. It turns into a real mess. What is she doing to help herself? The only thing I can think of is her brain pills. I don't know. This is a unique situation that we are watching unfold, and we're getting a front row seat to this breakdown. What do you mean so they go get ice cream? What did something about ice cream here? She thinks it's okay for Salah to go get her ice cream, and when he refuses, she says he is using the war as an excuse. What? No, you want to know, he's probably scared that if he goes out and he runs across a bunch of these soldiers, they may force him to go with them. I mean, they're doing it in the Ukraine because they've run out, like, so many men have been killed, right? Chantal is horrible to her supporters. She would block them all the time and tell them to make a new account and resubscribe. My God. Well, look what she did to Dogs in a Pile. And look at this, y'all. Dogs in a Pile was the OG. I am so sorry that happened to you. There are, Mystic. Unfortunately, there's a lot of really cold, cruel people. Yep. You know what, Cherokee? You said it best. I'm just going to put it up here and let everybody read it because how do you say it any better? So, love, Chantal, is you sending your husband into a war zone for your ice cream, right? Oh my gosh, that is so perfect. Thank you, T Please. T Please says, Dogs in a Pile. I'm so sorry about you losing your sister and then Chantal being so unkind. Yeah, that was brutal. It was brutal. All all she had to say, was just recognize, I'm sorry that you're going through this, right? It's just human connection and it does help us feel better. So sorry. She has lost her comfort and oh, like what how bad is it going to be when she finally twists off? I think this video here, we've seen a lot of her kind of like lots of anger towards Salah that she's not expressing, but you can see it bubble to the surface. She has no boundaries, so she is looking to the ends of the earth to find them, the absolute danger, fear of death just for existing. Oh my gosh, it's terrifying what she's done. It's incredible. E. Marie said, Dogs in a Pile, sending you a giant hug from E. Marie. Maybe Ned Detective, that's what was going on with my kitty dog, right? When my phone rings, especially best friend, the dog starts barking. They don't want me talking. My friend has to talk to them. That's so cute. Do not apologize for little dementia dog, Kitty. Love that confused little child up. My cat Bindi is in the same boat. I mean, you just never think about your old pets getting dementia, right? And then it starts and you realize, my dog is sitting there licking the wall. It Yeah, Kitty definitely has dementia and look, she is such a delightful little thing. Y- she's not, how do I say this? She's not suffering, right? She's just doing things that are nonsensical. But like the day that she started licking the wall, she was like playing, like she was happy. It's like she thought she was licking a person. So it didn't hurt anything. And I redirected her, gave her a little snack, and then everything was fine. And even the barking, while it can be really, really annoying, when she does that, her tail is wagging. So it's kind of like she's having fun. So, we just, this is her house. And no matter how she behaves, and sometimes she, loses, develops some intestinal problems, and we clean it up and just try to keep her healthy and happy, right? That's the point of family and, loving each other. But she does have scoliosis really bad, and that really scares me. And I get sad. I get really sad thinking about, when her time comes. It's going to be hard for me. She has been my near constant companion for 16, 17 years. So it's going to be very painful when it happens. I must say, I don't forgive and forget what cruel people have done to me. It's so much hate. I have boundaries. And those boundaries should be set and protected because they are there to protect you, Mystic. Yeah, Chantal will not take advice. in fact, you know what, pocket sand? It's almost oppositional, isn't it? It's almost like ODD, where if somebody says, "Hey, Chantal, take this drink of water, hydrate yourself, it's healthy," then she'll set it down and say, "No, I don't need it." Yeah, it's just nonsensical arguing to be arguing. She had no respect for the people that were supporting her. That's when I found the reaction channels and learned just how disgusting Chantal was. I mean, when you hear the history and all that this woman has gotten herself into, the way she's treated people, and for me, one of the worst things for me is the way she's treated her animals. I- I'm I can't. Who mistreats defenseless animals? Like what kind of person do you have to be to let a cat's fingernail nails grow so long that literally the nails turn around and go into the cat's pads, the skin of their feet? The cat could not walk, and she laughed at how the cat was walking. But the cat had like basically needles stuck in the pads of her foot, all 4 feet, and she didn't do anything. She didn't take the cat to the vet. She didn't do anything. I've never I could never imagine anything like that. Never. Never. I don't know how you and how the hell do you think it's funny when your cat starts walking backwards because it's so painful? It's crazy. It's totally crazy. No one can live without water. They don't have that basic necessity. How is the cat surviving? Julia would probably do better in a cat colony there. Yeah. So they have on the top of the buildings, they have these what are basically like human-sized water bottles. They're just big plastic water bins. And the guy comes around and replaces the water bin, just like you would replace like a propane tank, right? It cost $7 a week for one of these big water bins. $7 for the week. She says it lasts about a week. And listen to this. She claimed that they are paying for the water of everyone in the building. So does that mean that they're living in someone's house and they've just sort of taken like a couple of rooms, like an apartment they're living in, but the main house is a different family? So he's paying for 2 people. There's no way he's paying for like like what, uh, 12 or 15 apartments. I mean, maybe he is. Is that a way that he's trying to be safe? Maybe kind of ingratiate himself to the locals so that they don't get angry with he and Chantal. I mean, there's a lot of questions here, right? But the big container of water, $7, lasts about 1 week. But let me tell you something. If you can go to KFG, now here's where priorities come into line, right? If you can go to KFG and spend $17 on a meal, why wouldn't you spend $17 a week to get 2 containers of water so that you can take a bath, right? So why are they skimping on water, but they're perfectly happy to go waste all this money on expensive, for fried food? Maybe the water is rationed. Maybe they're only allowed 1 container a week. I don't know. I think he's the only one sleeping in the bed. If she is sleeping on the top. I don't know, Mystic. Oh, thank you, Zelda. Yeah, the birds are actually outside enjoying the day. It's actually pretty cool We've got a really nice breeze coming off the water today. E. Maria, they have one small window, and the window has a metal blast plate that is over it that's had like little slats cut into the metal. That is the only air that they have in that apartment. That's it. The smell must be ungodly. Extreme fatigue is usually a serious health issue. For her circumstances, it could be liver failure or kidney failure. I mean, that is the very worst circumstances, right, Joni? That's the worst case scenario, that she's in liver failure, her diabetes, her blood sugar is off the top of the charts, and she's now going to go into catastrophic failure. It's it's really it's really terrifying what's happening. She goes from one extreme to the other. The middle place where people find contentment is hidden from her. She must be very dysregulated. She needs inpatient therapy. I think KJ, in the, of course, the people of Goro World, they know these facts, right? So you could talk to them and they could tell you all about it. But I think that she has at times talked about, like, when she was a teenager, when she was a young adult, and I think that this is a long-standing problem, that these behaviors that get her into trouble like this, that this is something that she and her mom, I think her mom went went to heroic efforts to try to get Chantal under control, and just couldn't, just never was able to. Yeah, carbs are metabolized into sugar. She changed her sheets. Oh Lord. No, I can't, Emery. I'm sure that no fresh air coming in. It must be really, really bad. She's got no cravings yet. Well, but right, that's probably the drugs that she's taken. That's keeping the food noise down. Yeah, she totally misuses her medication. There's no insulin. She's not fault. She thinks that she knows better than the doctors about her condition. She thinks she knows more than the Canadian government about the state of affairs in Syria. She thinks she knows better than anything. Everybody was telling her, "Hey, Salah is flirting. Salah is flirting with Nina. This is going to be another Kybella. Don't mod Nina." And what did she do? Went right ahead and did it anyway. She got extremely mad because he wouldn't take her for ice cream. When was that, Mississippi? I didn't see that. Is that new, or that was like older, like when they were in Q8? I think her face looks very swollen. I agree, Joni. Ooh, I got way behind in my comments, didn't I? As long as she makes money, they don't care. If she's not careful, she'll want. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Exactly, dogs in the pile. That's exactly right. Yeah, exactly. So they're creating what is a petri dish, right? There's no circulating air. The air is arid. It's humid because there's animals living in that apartment with no way for the air to change out. They're just growing bacteria. Absolutely. You better flush your toilet, Chantal. That whole "if it's yellow, let it mellow." That might be cute when Dustin Hoffman is saying it. It's not cute in the situation that you guys are in. Okay, it's damn dangerous. All right. To be honest, I thought we had seen more weight loss than what we would have. I mean, right? There's but if all she's eating is carbs, then yeah. What did she mean when she said, "I'm here for my husband"? Th- sh- that's her. That's her prearranged pat answer. Why would you be so foolish to go to Syria? She says, "Because my family is here, my husband and my child." The child is a cat, but that's what she says. And I'll tell you what I think. Watching her in Canada, she was having fun, until she'd get baked on 1,000 milligrams of THC. Um, I really just think that she got worried that Salah would end up with another girl. That is what I think that it was all about. It was all, I can't let him run off with another woman. What she doesn't understand though is once he takes control of her and makes it clear that he's the boss, he can take up to 4 women legally, and she will have no say so in that. And that's kind of what was happening with Nina the other night. He was doing what he wanted to in Chantal's channel and was demanding that she allow it, and he was threatening to her, right? And she allowed it. It was pretty chilling to watch, actually. So worth it to put up with the people. Everything is a trade-off. I appreciate them. If not for them, I wouldn't have the privilege and joy to care for their animals. There you go. Absolutely, Turkey Girl. When she says we've been busy all day, makes me wonder what the hell they do. Hung, I'm exactly the same. I'm like, what do you mean? What do you do? You're in a war zone. You guys are not out playing tennis. What do you mean? What are you doing? You can't get to Damascus because the M5 is completely shut down for military movement. What are you doing? There's nothing to do. It's so weird. It's such a weird situation. Yeah, we hope, Cericia. Yeah, exactly, Cherokee. All right. People are animals too. Yes, we are. No, there's no malls to go to. In fact, she says somewhere at the beginning of this live, like when it goes dark, because I've watched like maybe 10 minutes of it after she turns the camera off. She says something like, "Yeah, I need some new clothes. There's no Torrid." And I'm just like, face plant, right? What do you mean there's no Torrid? There's a war, Chantal. She is just, her thought, she is just dilute. She's just above it all. She is paying no attention to reality at all. Yeah. Hey, Lord Baroque, welcome. And now she's cut off from Timu. That's right, Cherokee. All right, everybody. Well, you guys have been awesome. It's 2 hours. And look, I'm sorry. I can't get through this live. It's just boring. So like I said, Gorlick Bread, he always breaks down her videos. I haven't seen his breakdown of this one, but I will watch it later on today, probably when I'm getting ready to go to bed. And I didn't watch Yaba because I was working, and it went live earlier. So I don't know. I want to know what all happened in this, but the way it's going, it's just too slow. It's just so, she doesn't say anything anymore. She doesn't say anything anymore. She reads comments and maybe laugh and then maybe tell a little lie or two, but she's saying nothing. And frankly, I don't know how long she's going to keep her channel going. Has anybody talked about that? Like, how long does she expect that her channel will be able, people will still be interested in her plight if she doesn't begin to actually give some information? And I don't know what the answer is to that. And those of you that have a history with her and you know what she's like, maybe y'all know. I mean, does it seem like the Beezers are pretty solid and they'll stick around for 3 months while she, does no content? Or are they fickle and will they quickly move on? I I just don't know what the real answer is. So I don't know. Let's see. Zelda says, I'm ordering the candy now to get it ready for you to take to Colorado. The strawberries are incredibly delicious. Your eyes will cross with each crunch. You cannot share a single strawberry except with Bill. Zelda, you're so sweet. You're such a good friend. Thank you so much. Yeah, I would, girl. I'm telling you, me and strawberries, it's a match made in heaven. I love them. Yeah, right? It's just so boring to watch. Her eyes are leaking so bad. Yep. You think most will stick around? Bedbound Beezers will stick to the end. There, well, see, now I didn't think about that, right? Man, it's terrible. If she makes it through this, she will be insufferably smug. I don't know how she gets out of this alive. Honestly, I don't. Dia beat us for a reason. That's right, Zelda. Yeah, that's right. All right. So, yeah, I think this live is probably one best watched alone when you can speed it up as fast as you want. Cause man, that is boring. What we've watched so far, she says nothing. All right. So I'll be back tomorrow and we'll do another little talk. And I know the true crime people this is not their thing. And everybody's getting a little bit sick of the whole foodie, cutie, beauty drama. And so I'm probably going to be winding it down. I'm probably not going to be doing too much more about her unless something big happens. But we'll see. I mean, she has a way, right? So we'll play it by ear and see how we do. But yeah, here's the song. Y'all have a really great Sunday night. Talk to you later. Bye.
Her emptiness burns, she will do anything. Her stomach is empty, her soul even worse. Foodie beauty, her name. On YouTube she reigned with laughter and feasts, her mouth unrestrained. She met him online, a Syrian soul in Kuwait's golden sand.
Please hit the thumbs up before you leave. Subscribe to the channel. I don't have a regular upload schedule, so if you subscribe, you'll get a notification when I put up something new. I hope that you have a great Sunday night. Thank y'all for being here and listening. Bye.
Now in Syria's dust, where shadows abide, an outlawed queen with nowhere to hide. No water, no light, just hunger, harsh sting. Her emptiness burns, she will do anything. Her stomach is empty, her soul even worse. Her need for a man's love is her very worst curse. In Kuwait, she taunted, do your worst. Defiant and proud, she retreated and cursed. But the law struck hard, now a life of crime. They fled to the warlands, no rhythm, no rhyme. empty, cruel home. Oh, foodie beauty, foolish and bold. Do your worst, she cried, her story untold. Now in serious dust, where shadows abide, and now a queen with nowhere to hide. No water, no light, just hunger, harsh sting. Her heart is humming a mournful lost dream. In the silence, her memories quietly weep. Yet some